threshold, you're supposed to have the KYC of the customer. I have a particular agent who actually took inbound transfers from someone who obviously was using the agent's account as a decoy. And I mean, in invariably stealing the identity of the agent and as a cover-up. But when investigation began, the agent was able to give adequate information about the criminal or the suspect in this regard. But the agent was still made, he was able to provide the valid ID card, the picture and signature and phone number of the agent, of the suspect, and the agent was still made to pay back what she collected, 800,000 naira. In this regard, what do you think the agent should have done? I mean, all requirements were taken. KYC were documented.
Thank you very much. I was going to make reference to the scenario she painted, and I'm going to talk about your scenario too. You see, the scenario she painted that a boy is just given 1,000 naira and 100,000 is paid into his account to go and withdraw the money. The truth is constant. And for some things, you don't need to go and study finance. Some things are common sense, they are clear. So in that case where she painted and the boy went to collect 100,000 from his own account, any policeman that blames that agent is being untruthful. Because that agent has not done anything wrong. This boy came to withdraw money from his own account. So if it's a fraudulent money, then it's left for the boy to prove it. So I just want to make that point. I admit the fact. You know, I'm the PR in Lagos, so I get calls from people every day. I receive messages on social media, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, every day. So I know the things that go on out there. I know. Call it self-indictments. I just want to be truthful. I know that some of our policemen go out of their way. They are overzealous. Sometimes they are criminally minded. That is the fact. So the one you painted to, that the agent was able to provide evidence, still he was made to pay. That is very wrong. Totally wrong. And the truth is, many people don't even trust the system. And I don't blame them because the system has been bad for a long time. But it's getting better. And I make bold to say that a few people, I'll say few, considering the population in Lagos, a few people that have reached out to the complaint lines I publish every day, that have reached out to me personally, that have reached out to DPOs to complain that I'm just an innocent POS operator. This is what happened, and I've been able to provide all the information they need. They are still holding on to me. We step in. We step in. We've had enough battered image. We are trying to redeem our image now. So we step in, I step in, and for any DPO, for me, any DPO that is not doing the right thing, my office is next to the Commissioner of Police, and I have direct access to him. So I'll tell the DPO, Oga, I'll also CPO, like I'll go and report you to the CP. Sorry, we'll quickly do something. So it keeps getting better. Now it has got to that point where DPOs don't even want PRO to hear about it or those other complaint lines. Like the moment the family member of the POS operator calls the DPO that this is what is happening, they actually step in. So the scenario you painted, the scenario she painted, it's totally wrong for the police officers to still hold on to the POS operators. It's similar, I want to digress a bit, but it's similar to something that happened and was brought to the notice of the Commissioner of Police. So somebody went to Computer Village to buy a phone, a fairly used phone, and he bought it at the market price. Market price. Only for some police officers to be investigating a stolen phone somewhere and traced it down to Computer Village, and they arrested the seller of the phone and said, who did you sell the phone to? So he took them to the person that bought the phone. Okay, they also arrested the person that bought the phone. And the person was able to provide receipts. Like, see, I bought it. And it's not like I bought it at a ridiculously cheap amount, market price. So how could I have guessed that it was a stolen phone? And the next thing, the police also asked the seller to take them to who brought it to be sold. So, after they got everybody, we would expect that the innocent buyer would be allowed to go. And he said no, that he too is a criminal. And the commissioner of police got to know about it. I was in his office that day when all the policemen were brought to the station, and the seller and the innocent buyer and everybody was brought to the station. And the commissioner of police, Abiodun Alabi, he was first shocked that a policeman that is supposed to know better is the one saying the innocent buyer too is a criminal. And then after the shock, he was angry. Like, what's your problem? This guy has not done anything wrong. Why hold on to him? So I'm admitting that some officers actually do the wrong thing. But we have created these platforms. The number of the commissioner of police is out there, and he receives calls. My number is out there. I receive calls. Our complaint lines are out there. We receive calls. Gradually, it's going to be a gradual process. Gradually, we need to sanitize the system for officers that keep going out. And these things happen because when an officer does it today, nobody challenges him. And he rips you of 300,000